What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to EP09. All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. We have some updates today on some serious mass monsters of the sport of bodybuilding. We're going to start this one off with Joan Pradells. Now, Joan is 28 years old, for those of you that may not be familiar with this athlete. He is currently sitting at 130 kilograms at 28 years old. Absolutely unbelievable size that we're seeing from Joan Pradells. Now, for anybody that may have seen him compete at the Empro Classic in 2023, he did look good at that show. You know, conditioning was pretty good. His overall shape is what really does it for Joan here. And you can see he's got really, really big quads. The arms, I think, are coming up in size, all at the same time, keeping that midsection, I think, relatively small, because I think it's understood by the top athletes of the sport these days that if you are not going to keep that midsection in check, you have no chance of winning a pro show, let alone making it to the Olympia stage. And that's certainly what Joan plans on doing. He does want to qualify for the Olympia in 2025. And as he is sitting right now at, like I said, 130 kilograms or 286 pounds, he still has plans to go up to 300 pounds. So that would probably leave him with a later season show, I would think. I did see some video footage on him speaking with his coach, Francisco Espin, also the coach of Nexzilla, the coach of Angel Calderon. So they do have plans to compete later in the season, more based on the look of what they have as they continue to progress. So not necessarily picking a show based on a date, but more how much progress Joan is actually making here. And like I said, going to 300 pounds, my guess would be that he will be competing at a later season show. You know, I've always been very impressed by the physique of Joan Pradells, but he does still have some improvements that I think he does need to make here. The arms look like they need to come up to really match the shoulders, and the upper body in general, I think, has a little bit of catching up to do when it comes to the legs. That quad sweep, especially from the front, absolutely ridiculous. So as for whether or not he can win a pro show this year and make it to the Olympia, I think that remains to be seen, because he still is planning, like I said, on making some progress here, putting on some more size. So I guess we'll actually see if this will be the year that Joan Pradells, in his second year competing as an IFBB pro, does make it to the Olympia stage. You guys let me know what you think of the current version of Joan Pradells, and let me know if you do think that this guy has what it takes to make it to the Olympia stage. Now, you want to talk size? We got to talk Michal Krizo. Krizo showing a recent physique update here, about 12 weeks post-surgery. And you guys, it doesn't look like Krizo lost a single pound of muscle, despite having shoulder surgery here. Absolutely unbelievable. This really does speak to what a genetic freak Krizo really is. Currently weighing at 133 kilograms here, which is about 293 pounds. Krizo, as he says, is just starting to get it all back now. Now, we do know that Krizo also hired a new coach recently. Now, he didn't say exactly who that coach is, but he did say that his first name is Chris, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, I have confirmed that it is not Chris Aceto. I really don't know who it is, and he hasn't made the official announcement as of yet. As soon as I hear, I'll let you guys know. But regardless of who Krizo's new coach is, he is well on his way to not only a full recovery, but chances are good making improvements here from a size standpoint. If Krizo is able to maintain this kind of size while he's injured, well, not injured, but going through, you know, this whole rehab process, then it is definitely plausible that Krizo can put on more size in the future here and show up at his best in 2025. As for future competition plans for Michal Krizo, he has said that he wants to compete somewhere around the New York Pro. Now, he doesn't say the New York Pro in particular, although he does mention it by name. It could be that show, it could be a show around the New York, but either way, we will see Michal Krizo compete in an American show, I think for the first time since he's really just done the Olympia shows. So that's going to be very, very interesting. And it's something that the fans, I think, really want to see from Krizo. So he is on his way to a full recovery here. And with a new camp behind him, I think that Michal Krizo is due to bring his best in 2025. And ladies and gentlemen, to finish off this video, the biggest mass monster in all of bodybuilding currently, our reigning Mr. Olympia champion, Samson Dauda. Now, you guys are not going to believe this. Samson is currently weighing in at 150.8 kilograms. That is 330 pounds, you guys. This is absolutely unbelievable. Now, you got to consider the fact that Samson has been traveling basically since he won the Olympia title. Almost as soon as he won that title, he stepped onto a plane, went to China for seminars, and he's been doing seminars very steadily ever since that. He actually did one just this weekend here in the UK. So to consider the fact that he is continuing to put on size despite doing the amount of travel that he's been doing, I mean, nobody else really has any excuse here. Now, Samson is, of course, 14 weeks out from the Arnold Classic as well. He will be going back to the Arnold Classic here. Not very often that we see reigning Mr. Olympia champions come and compete. It's been a few years anyway. And for me personally, I'm looking forward to seeing the comparison between Samson and Andrew Jack, which we did not get to see at the Mr. Olympia. But man, I hope Andrew is making progress because he is going to need it. I would say it's fair to say that he knows that he needs to bring better conditioning than what he had at the Olympia, and I'm sure that he wants to bring better conditioning than what he had at the Olympia. But this is very, very encouraging. And you know, there's been some questions around whether or not Samson would be a legacy Mr. Olympia champion, whether or not Samson would be able to win more than one title, two titles, three titles, or if that would continue to change hands. In a recent interview with Steve Weinberger over on Fouad Abiad's channel, Steve said he did not necessarily see anyone on the playing field that would be a multiple-time Olympia champion, similar to what we saw from Phil Heath, Ronnie Coleman. But from what we're seeing here, if Samson continues to make progress like this, I mean, it's hard to say that it wouldn't be possible. That's one of the things with Phil Heath when he was in his reign as Mr. Olympia champion. He continued to show up with notable improvements, especially in his first few years of being the Olympia champion. So could Samson Dauda be that next Mr. Olympia champion to win multiple titles in a row? Based on what we're seeing here, I want to know what you guys think. Let me know what you think of his current condition going into the Arnold Classic. But I'm going to wrap up this video right here for you guys. Appreciate everybody tuning in. As always, stay tuned. We've got the Big Man Weekend show coming up. We're going to be covering that as well. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys for tuning in to EP09. Be sure to like and subscribe.